Hi witches! So I filmed this video originally about a week ago because I was too excited not to. Basically, my boyfriend built me a coffin-shaped bookshelf that I am using for witchcraft. So I'm going to show you how I used that and created a sacred space using that bookshelf as like the center piece. So I'm going to show you how I decorated this amazing bookshelf slash part of my altar, but I first wanted to talk about the importance of a sacred space in witchcraft. Now I know if you're in the broom closet, this concept of a sacred space might be seem hard to achieve. And no two sacred spaces are going to look the same. Everyone is different, so it's all going to look different. And however you decide to decorate your sacred space in general is completely up to you. So you don't have to have a pentacle anywhere. You don't have to have, it is what you make it, right? Okay, so when I was in the broom closet, my bedroom was a sanctuary to me. It was just my happy place. It was the place that I could go. I was allowed to keep my door closed, so I could sorry, my neighbor's walking around upstairs. If you can hear that, I don't know if you can, but anyways, I was able to keep my door closed. It was the only place I had privacy in that entire house, basically. So it was really just my little sanctuary. It was my safe place. So as a practicing witch, I needed that to be a space that also was conducive to practicing magic. So I had a nice little corner of my room. Maybe you have one that has a nice window where you can put some plants and a little windowsill, and you can put up a travel altar or a tiny pocket altar or something when you are practicing. Hide it when you're not, if you're in the broom closet. If there's a room in your house that gets this is the room here that I have has windows on 3 of the 4 sides basically, so it's just great. And I love the natural light that comes in. It is really loud, as you guys have heard, which kind of sucks, but at night it's completely silent. So maybe instead of a windowsill or a tiny corner of your room, maybe your bed is really important to you because that's where you meditate and travel to the astral realm. How can you make that feel a little bit more witchy? Where can you get some black sheets that are protective? Can you get purple throws that are purple is associated with the third eye and travel, astral travel. So maybe your art studio is your sacred space. It's again absolutely different for everybody, and no two are exactly the same. The goal is to make a space that you love being in and it makes you feel protective and safe to practice. So I'm going to show you how I decorated my shelf. I have a lot of stuff that is really important to my craft, and I'm happy because I get to have it within arm's reach, right? So I have all of my candles, all of my herbs. Sorry, I'm looking over there, but it has all of my skulls on display. It has all my books. So I really just wanted to kind of have a little corner that was specifically dedicated to what I do. Now, that being said, I also have my altar here, so it's kind of this corner. You can kind of see the end of it there, and you'll see it in context with this room, but it's really nice, and I like that I'm able to look out. It's kind of the focal point of the room, and yeah, it just makes me feel safe to practice, and I'm really excited that I'm able to practice openly now, which I'm really happy about. I get how hard it is though, if you are in the broom closet. So your sacred space, like I was saying, doesn't have to have anything specifically out there and witchy. You could be stones and plants and things that make you happy, whatever makes you happy and willing and excited to do witchcraft. So anyways, as always, if you're interested in any of my content, you like this kind of stuff, be sure to check out my other links, and I'll see you guys in a second. Bye. So I am going to have to bend over and hopefully not knock over my dress form, but today's video is going to be all about how I set up my brand new coffin-shaped altar slash bookshelf. So even if you're not a witch, this could possibly be a great, I don't know, decor video or something if you're redoing your house. I know it's springtime, so I'm just kind of really in the mood to spring clean and kind of spruce up my apartment a little bit. So anyways, I had my beautiful, wonderful boyfriend who runs Moon Throne Co. on Etsy build me a fantastic coffin-shaped bookshelf. I literally cried. I have always wanted a coffin-shaped bookshelf ever since I was 12. So now at 23, I can finally see it realized. Yay. So he hand makes these. He makes all sorts of other amazing wood stuff. So definitely check it out. I've linked it really big. He's awesome and he makes really quality stuff. And yes, am I biased because he's the love of my life? Sure. But seriously, this is one of the coolest things ever and it looks awesome. So I'm really excited to decorate it. I'm, like I said, dedicating this bookshelf. It's going to be kind of my workspace and altar. I have my true workspace over here, which is where I do any sort of ritual work or spells. And then I have my tarot, I don't think you can see it, but on the windowsill that's right there. I have my tarot deck and stuff like that. So this is going to be more of where I keep my books and everything. Okay, so I don't actually have that many books, to be honest with you, but a lot of my journals are going to be going in here too. My Book of Shadows, I still haven't really decided where I'm going to put, but I want to at least get these guys as I throw the Satanic Bible, cool, up and in the shelf. Some books that I recommend, I mean, a lot of these I've gotten at thrift stores, to be honest with you. Like, this is actually like a science book on how to grow crystals, but like, I'm gonna use it for witchcraft. We literally got this one today at Goodwill. It's a copy of the Holy Bible, so like, I collect religious texts. I think they're cool, so I have that, and I have a copy of the Satanic Bible, which I think it's really interesting that they're both black and red, but this is cool. This is from like 1963, and it's a King James Bible, so interesting. I don't know too much about that, but the text inside is really cool. Anyways, I have a brochure from my local metaphysical store, Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, which is great. This is one I'm currently reading, which is Witchcraft for Healing by Patty Wigington, excuse me. This one's pretty good, honestly. It's very basic, so if you're an advanced practitioner, you might be like, okay, so this is visualizing and meditating and vision boards. It's pretty cool. There are actual spells in there. I'm halfway through and marking it with a magic card, apparently. Magic the Gathering, not like a mystical card. Anyways, so there are some really cool spells in here that I am maybe gonna try, but it is really good for like learning about self-care and healing and stuff like that. So this is a recommend, especially if you're a beginner witch. It kind of goes through, well, maybe not, I guess maybe like intermediate. So you've been doing this a little bit, that you can understand the terms so that they use in this book. So that's good. I also got Green Witchcraft by Paige Vanderbeck. I haven't read this one yet. So I will report back, but it looks really pretty. I think it kind of has to like a similar vibe of Cunningham's Book of Magical Herbs, but I'm hoping it's less like, I don't know, this is more of like an encyclopedia, like a lookup function, versus this, which is like an actual book. So hopefully it's like that. Then of course I have two books on the Morrigan. This one was pretty good. It was kind of hard to get through. It was a little bit academic for me, but I think it was really well researched. And I'm probably gonna read it again because I happened to be reading this book a lot when I was like kind of falling asleep. So there was that. But it was pretty good, to be honest. And then of course I have this one, which is a little bit more comprehensive and gives you some more like historical references. This was more about like the goddess herself in history, and this is more like the magical side of it. Both were really good, and this one kind of went into how this person works with the Morrigan as well. So I don't want to like knock it, but like they're different vibes, I guess. Okay, so apologies in advance for any dust. I am constantly cleaning and dusting, and it just keeps getting kicked up. But anyways, here is my collection of books. I always organize them by height, so like tallest to shortest, and then I have a little bit more room, which will eventually be filled up with books. But for now, I just put like a kind of heavy candle. I don't really have like, I was looking for a cool knickknack, and I don't really have one, but this is like my protection candle from Pocket Bean. It's pretty weighty, it's pretty heavy, so it was an obvious choice, but yeah. So now that I have all of my skulls kind of rehomed, I have my little turtle shell down there because I couldn't fit, and then I put kind of the rest over here so you can see my crystals and stuff now. Yeah, I have them on the first top two shelves. I didn't realize I had such a large collection, to be honest with you, so maybe some more shelving will go up here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I actually really like the way this whole shelf looks. I think it's really cool. I like having everything nearby. So yeah, let me just back up really quick. The next two things I'm gonna do are my herbs and jars, and then my candles and stuff. And I think that's actually about it. So that'll contain all of my witchcraft things that I need for now, as well as like on my table and stuff. So yeah, here we go. Let's do the next two shelves. Okay guys, the final reveal. Skulls. And then this is the next shelf I did. So this is where I'm going to keep all my herbs and stuff. Right now I still have them in plastic, except for some chamomile that I was able to put into a tiny jar. And then I have some incense. I have tons of incense. some spell jars, some candlestick holders, candlesticks, I guess, my cauldron, my mortar and pestle, my chalice, my vampire teeth, which I still have, guys. I literally still have them. That's hilarious. Then tons of candles, something my friend made me, and then here we go, all the books again. So yeah, let me see if I can back up and show you guys the entire thing. And then of course my altar, which has some stuff on it, so just ignore that. But oh my gosh, I have to back up even further. Hopefully I don't trip, sorry. Ta-da! Hey guys, so this is how I did my bookshelf. Again, I started with the light stuff on top and kind of moved my way down. This is gonna be the shelf I work off the most, so I wanted to have it kind of at arm level, I guess, but not up here because this is the lightest and I had the most stuff to put there. So yes, tons of jars. A lot of the stuff that I got here, I got from the thrift store. So like this looks crazy and expensive, but like please remember that like you don't need to spend any money to be a witch or a goth or whatever. Go to the thrift store. These 2 glass jars that I got here, I found them for 99 cents like at Goodwill. So just, you know, be sure to go there first. I'm gonna have a whole video about like thrifting for witchcraft and affordable witchcraft coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is all stuff that I have collected over like 10 years of practice. So don't like beat yourself up if you feel like you don't have all the tools that you need. You don't need anything. This is just my collection of things, and you can definitely tell like I've used this stuff a lot. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. I'm trying to get out of the frame, but I'm just so excited. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!